Have you ever wondered why, despite spending hours buried in books, your mind seems to work worse as the night progresses? The final ancient history exam is looming, your desk is covered with scattered notes, and the clock seems to tick faster than usual. So, you decide to ignore the call of sleep and squeeze every available minute out of the night. However, as you sip your third cup of coffee, your body and mind start sending you unmistakable signals. Your brain is not designed to function without rest. The illusion of all-nighter studying, productivity, or self-sabotage. Burning the midnight oil might seem like a wise choice, a heroic move to snatch a few more points on tomorrow's test, but your brain isn't a hard drive you can fill endlessly. Every piece of information you try to memorize requires consolidation, a process that primarily happens during the deepest stages of sleep. Think of your brain as a librarian. Without enough time to organize the books, they'll just pile up in chaos. Scientific studies show that sleep isn't just a pause. It's an active process where information is consolidated and memories are strengthened. Sleep deprivation reduces your ability to form new memories and retrieve old ones. It's like trying to write on an already cluttered chalkboard. There's simply no room left. The biological clock, when your internal timer breaks down. Every human is governed by a circadian rhythm, a sophisticated biological system that regulates not only sleep and wake cycles, but also metabolism, immune responses, and hormone production. This rhythm is primarily influenced by natural light. At sunset, your eyes send signals to the suprachiasmatic nucleus, a tiny control center located in the hypothalamus. This signal triggers the pineal gland to release melatonin, the hormone responsible for sleepiness. At the same time, your body temperature starts to drop, and cortisol levels, the stress hormone, gradually decrease. This delicate balance allows your body to enter a state of deep rest. But what happens if you ignore these signals? Artificial light from your computer screen, combined with caffeine intake, tricks your brain into staying alert, disrupting this natural cycle and keeping you in a false state of wakefulness. Blue light, the silent saboteur. Electronic devices like smartphones, tablets, and computers emit blue light, which might seem harmless but has a profound effect on your brain. This type of light directly interferes with melatonin production, delaying the onset of sleep and reducing sleep quality. Even a short exposure to blue light can disturb your body's natural rhythm, tricking your brain into thinking it's still daytime. This effect is amplified when devices are used at close range, where the light is most intense. While many devices now offer night mode settings to reduce blue light emissions, these features are not foolproof. Turning off screens at least an hour before bed and using blue light filter glasses can help mitigate some of these effects. Caffeine and neurotransmitters, energy or deception. When fatigue sets in, caffeine feels like the perfect ally. This stimulant works by blocking adenosine receptors, the chemical signals that tell your brain it's time to rest. The result? An immediate feeling of alertness and focus. However, this boost is only temporary. Adenosine continues to build up in the background, and when the caffeine wears off, the fatigue hits even harder. Excessive caffeine consumption can also heighten anxiety, cause jitteriness, and further degrade sleep quality. At the same time, another key player enters the stage, GABA, a calming neurotransmitter. GABA slows brain activity, preparing you for sleep. But if your brain is overstimulated by caffeine and artificial visual inputs, GABA cannot perform its job effectively. The exhausted brain. Signs of breakdown. After hours of non-stop studying, the warning signs of an exhausted brain become apparent. Difficulty focusing, confusion, and sudden mental blanks. Micro-sleeps, brief moments of involuntary sleep, become increasingly frequent. Though they last only a few seconds, they're enough to derail your concentration. These mini blackouts can happen even during simple tasks, like reading a sentence or staring at your screen. The longer your brain is deprived of sleep, the more frequent and disruptive these episodes become. directly impacting your ability to process and understand information. Sleep deprivation also disrupts your emotional regulation. The amygdala, the emotional control center of the brain, becomes hyperactive, making you more prone to intense emotional reactions such as frustration, irritability, and anxiety. Meanwhile, the prefrontal cortex, which normally acts as a rational brake on your emotions, loses effectiveness. As emotions take over, it becomes increasingly difficult to stay calm when faced with a challenging question or an unexpected obstacle. Research suggests that sleep deprivation can also impair moral judgment and decision-making abilities. The effects aren't just emotional and cognitive, they're physical too. Reflexes slow down, coordination diminishes, and tasks that normally require minimal effort start to feel exhausting. This can be especially problematic if your late-night study session is followed by activities requiring precision, such as driving or taking a written exam. Another unmistakable sign of an exhausted brain is the inability to maintain focus on a single task for more than a few minutes. Your mind wanders endlessly, jumping from one thought to another without completing anything meaningful. Mental fatigue accumulates, and concentrating becomes an uphill battle. Finally, an exhausted brain loses its ability to be creative and solve problems effectively. It's not just harder to memorize information, it's nearly impossible to connect different ideas or generate innovative solutions. Ignoring these warning signs isn't just counterproductive, it's potentially harmful. Prolonged sleep deprivation can lead to burnout, mood disorders, and even physical health issues related to chronic stress. How to study effectively without sacrificing sleep? The key to effective learning isn't studying more, it's studying smarter. Techniques like the Pomodoro method, which involve 25-minute focused study sessions followed by short breaks, are far more effective than endless overnight marathons. Plan your study schedule during daylight hours, make the most of natural light, and take regular breaks. Your brain needs time to process and store the information you're feeding it. Conclusion: sleep is an investment, not a waste of time. Sleep isn't wasted time. It's when your brain organizes information, repairs daily wear and tear, and prepares for new challenges. The next time you're tempted to sacrifice sleep for one more hour of cramming, remember this: a well-rested mind is a winning mind. Take care of your sleep, because true success isn't built in a single night. It's built on a foundation of balance, rest, and smart work. I would love to hear what you think in the comments below. Subscribe to the channel and activate the bell so you don't miss any content, and thanks for watching this video.